What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am here to do my Ring of Honor's Final Battle 2019 predictions. Now, Final Battle happens this Friday, live and exclusively on pay-per-view and Honor Club from the UMBC Event Center in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, Final Battle has always been Ring of Honor's biggest pay-per-view of the year, and it has never disappointed. And this year's card is beyond stacked, from top to bottom. We have 9 big matches with 3 titles on the line, so I am very excited to do my Final Battle predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into this year's Final Battle after our last Ring of Honor event, which was the Honor United Tour in London, Newport, and Bolton, we went a combined 17-2. So our overall record coming in is 329, 118, and 3. So we're coming in extremely hot, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the red hot winning ways. We're on a 3 pay-per-view winning streak. Hopefully in this video we make it 4. Hopefully. Now this is the first video in a combined 2 video damn channel today, guys. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch all these videos. Always show your support on the channel by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, this is your first time watching my channel today, as a first time viewer, this is your first video, boy, pick to go in if you're a huge fan of Ring of Honor like myself, and you're ready for this year's Final Battle event in Baltimore, Maryland. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is 2. Whoop whoop! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, I'll have them in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 9 big matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first matchup. It is for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he's looking to become the next Ring of Honor Television Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee is challenging the reigning and defending and the baddest Ring of Honor World Television Champion you ever seen, boy, the big man himself, Shane Taylor. Now, starting off with Dragon Lee first, this is a big opportunity for him, a chance to become the next Ring of Honor Television Champion, and also win his first title since April of this year at G1 Supercard. He hasn't held a title since then, and he's looking to shock the world and beat the longest reigning champion in Ring of Honor in 2019. But it won't be easy, and history is definitely not on his side. There is already have Shane Taylor looking to continue his reign as the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. He's been the television champion since May of this year, and he has run roughshod in Ring of Honor as the TV champ, and talk about a meteoric rise for him, for a guy who bought out of his own Ring of Honor contract to start his own promotion, Shane Taylor Promotions. He has been on a 7th-month reign as television champion, and history at this event favors him big time. Now, here's the dangerous fact. The Ring of Honor Television Championship has been defended 8 times at Final Battle. It has only changed hands twice. The last time it changed hands was all the way back 2 years ago when Silas won the television championship in a 4-corner elimination matchup, and the last time a TV champion retained here at Final Battle was last year with Jeff Cobb. So history is definitely on the side of Shane Taylor, and he's looking to continue his reign and his goal to becoming the longest reigning Ring of Honor TV champion in Ring of Honor's history. So coming from me in this first matchup for the Ring of Honor Television Championship, it would be a modern-day miracle if Dragon Lee can win this matchup, because Shane Taylor is a big guy. Dragon Lee's finisher is the Destukadora, and that's a suplex move. I don't see Dragon Lee even picking up Shane Taylor in this matchup. So coming from me, I'm going to go with my man, the big man, Shane Taylor, to retain the Ring of Honor Television Championship by any means and defeat Dragon Lee. And now the next matchup. It is a one-on-one first ever meeting. On one side, he is a former 2-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion. He is a former member of Christopher Daniels' Prophecy. He is Dan Maff. And his opponent is a former Ring of Honor Television Champion, the former Never Openweight Champion. He is the Hawaiian Juggernaut himself, Jeff Cobb. Now, for me, this is going to be a Haas showdown. The unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. And I think this one could definitely be a banger. Now, starting off with Dan Maff first, I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about the guy. I had to do some homework on this guy. This guy is a former member of Christopher Daniels' Prophecy's crew back in 2002 when they were dealing with the Second City Saints of CM Punk and Colt Boom Boom Cabana. He is a former two-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with BJ Whitmer. And here's a huge dangerous fact. The last time we saw Dan Maff at Final Battle was Final Battle of 2004. And with Ring of Honor signing Dan Maff to a contract this year, I'm very excited what he can bring to the table. We all saw that matchup a couple months ago against PCO, and that definitely turned Ring of Honor's head, and they signed him. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table going into 2020. There is idea of Jeff Cobb looking to end a very rough 2019 in Ring of Honor. I mean, 2 opportunities at the Ring of Honor World Championship with a no-win situation. I mean, he lost to Matt Taven going into the G1 this year, and he lost to Rush after Rush won the belt 2 months prior. So, really, 2019 has not been a good year for the Hawaiian Juggernaut. And honestly, if he was smart, he would leave Ring of Honor and go to New Japan Pro Wrestling, because really his career is definitely succeeding there. I mean, he's coming off World Tag League with Mad Mikey Nichols. He's coming off his first G1 climax. And I think if he goes to Ring of Honor, he's going to be a huge megastar there. So, Jeff Cobb, if you're hearing me, leave Ring of Honor, come to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and elevate your career to new heights. So coming from me in this one-on-one first ever meeting between these two hosses, the question is, can Jeff Cobb put Dan Maff on a tour of the islands? That's the big question. We've seen Jeff Cobb pick up some big guys, but Dan Maff is a pretty beefy dude. So coming from me, I'm going to go with Jeff Cobb to defeat Dan Maff by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a huge tag team showdown. On one side, you have the man who is always DTF, down to fight. He is Josh the Goods Woods. And his partner is the former two-time Ring of Honor World Television Champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is professional wrestling's last real man, Silas Young, and their opponents consisting of the former Ring of Honor World Champion, a former television champion, and a former 6-man tag team champion. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is the party peacock Dalton Castle, and his partner is the guy I hate the most in Ring of Honor. He is that singing idiot himself, Joe Hendry. Now, this matchup could definitely be big because whoever wins this matchup could be right in line for a Ring of Honor Tag Team title shot. So it's definitely important. Now, starting off with the team of Silas Young and Josh the Goods Woods, they are the hottest team in Ring of Honor in 2019 because ever since they started being a tag team, they are undefeated in tag team matches in Ring of Honor. So Silas and Josh Woods are looking to continue the winning ways. They're decided you have to put together a tag team of Joe Hendry and Dalton Castle, and honestly, they've been talking out of their ass these last couple weeks, saying they're the best tag team in Ring of Honor. They're the most prestigious tag team when they haven't even had one Ring of Honor tag team title matchup. They're talking all this junk, saying they're the best tag team, and they haven't even proven it yet. So it's time to put up, or finally, with Joe Hendry, shut the fuck up. So, coming from me in this huge tag team battle with implications for a shot at the Ring of Honor tag team titles for the winner, I'm going to go with the undefeated team of professional wrestling's last real man Silas Young and Josh the Goods Woods to defeat the team of Dalton Castle and that singing idiot Joe Hendry by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a women's one-on-one first ever meeting, and it could be for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. On one side, she is making her Ring of Honor wrestling debut. She is known as the Man-Eater. She is Maria Manic. And her opponent is representing the Allure, and she will be accompanied by the exotic goddess Mandy Leon. She is the former 7-time women's champion. She is Angelina Love. Now, I say this matchup could be for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship because if you have been living under a rock in 2019, Ring of Honor fired their reigning 3-time Ring of Honor Women's Champion Kelly Klein while she was injured and via an email. Now, when you get fired, it's best of luck in your future endeavors when it comes to any other wrestling promotions. But the fact that Ring of Honor showed no honor in firing their women's champion while she was dealing with a concussion and firing her off an email, that shows that Ring of Honor has definitely lost their ways when it comes to honor. And really, the women's division in Ring of Honor is quite possibly the worst women's division in wrestling right now. I mean, with the NXT women's division being hot, the AEW women's division being really, really hot, SmackDown women's division, Raw women's division, even the Knockouts division in Impact Wrestling is better than Ring of Honor's women's division. And this division is now without a champion. And honestly, whoever wins this matchup is going to be the de facto champion. But if I was Joe Koff, I would just end this women's division right here and now because it's been a complete cluster fuck. And we've heard so many of the stories on Twitter that it was supposed to be Deonna Purrazzo beating Sumi Sakai for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. But when she left for NXT, and Ring of Honor cut her last remaining dates with the company. They did the same thing with Dr. Britt Baker when she was there. Before she signed with AEW, Ring of Honor cut her dates, her final dates in Ring of Honor. So Ring of Honor has definitely been having a rough year in 2019, and they deserved it. So coming from me in this women's one-on-one first ever meeting to see who will be the de facto and next Ring of Honor Women's Champion, I got to go with the Man-Eater Maria Manic to defeat Angelina Love by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a very intriguing tag team showdown. On one side, you have the team of Flamita and his partner making his return to Ring of Honor after a successful knee surgery. He is representing He is Bandito, and their opponents, both representing Villain Enterprises, consisting of the mercenary, the understudy Flip Gordon, and his partner, the leader of Villain Enterprises, and 1/3 of the reigning Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions, a former Ring of Honor Television Champion, and a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and this quite possibly will be his final Ring of Honor show before moving on to free agency, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. He is the one true villain, Marty Scurll. Now, this one's going to be a fantastic tag team showdown. Now, starting off with the team of Flamita and Bandito, this is a very intriguing tag team. I mean, you got two luchadors who go from 0 to 100 real quick when it comes to singles action, but now they're a tag team, so I'm really excited to see what they can bring to the table, especially Bandito after his knee surgery that he suffered earlier in the year. This is his first match back. We're going to see if he still has that spring in his step when it comes to wrestling in Ring of Honor in 2019. There you already have Marty and Flip looking to continue the winning ways for Villain Enterprises. Flip is looking to go into 2020 on a win. But the big question coming into this matchup, it's really the big elephant in the room, is this the last time we're going to see the villain Marty Scurll in Ring of Honor? We do know his contract ended last month, so he is unofficially a free agent. And Marty Scurll has chosen to finish up the dates in Ring of Honor. But after that, the big question is, who is going to be picking up the one true villain? Is it going to be NXT or is it going to be AEW? Now, the only chance I can give Ring of Honor in re-signing Marty Scurll, because of one, I've heard the rumor that that Ring of Honor is looking to give him a massive deal. Now, in that massive deal, there's got to be two conditions in that contract for me if Marty Scurll is going to stay in Ring of Honor. One, he gets a shot at the Ring of Honor World Championship in 2020. And two, he wins the Ring of Honor World Championship and holds the belt for nearly 7+ months. That's the only way I can see Marty Scurll staying in Ring of Honor. But for me, he is coming to All Elite Wrestling. It makes the most sense. You've seen me in the Elite. You see that little pixelated Marty Scurll in the intro. He's coming. And he's going to make Wednesday nights even more fun. I mean, if you haven't been watching the Wednesday Night Wars between NXT and AEW's Dynamite every Wednesday on TNT, it's been the funnest time to be a wrestling fan in 2019. With AEW winning eight rating wars against NXT's 2 wins in this ratings war, Marty Scurll added to the AEW roster would be huge. I mean, look, you got Pac, you got Rey Fenix, you got Pentagon Jr., Kenny Omega, Cody, MJF, the Young Bucks, Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Le Champion, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz. You add Marty Scurll to that, that's a money roster. And honestly, AEW can get Marty Scurll a shot at the at the AEW World Championship and actually give it to him. Unlike Ring of Honor, who gave him 2 opportunities with no Ring of Honor World title. So for me, he has to come to All Elite Wrestling to make Wednesday night even better than it is now. So coming from me in this huge tag team showdown, I'm going to go with Marty and Flip to defeat the team of Flamita and Bandito by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a personal one-on-one grudge match on one side. He is looking to continue his reign of terror in Ring of Honor, or as he calls it, the Ring of Horror. He is the Horror King Vincent. And his opponent is the leader of the kingdom. And he is the former and in my opinion, a lot of people's opinion, the best Ring of Honor World Champion we have had in 2019. He is only the 2nd Grand Slam winner in Ring of Honor's history. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about, you Melvins. He's Matt Taven. Now, for me, this is the most personal grudge matchup we have seen in 2019 for Ring of Honor, because these two are former best friends, almost brothers. Now, starting off with Vincent first, this is a big match for him. Ever since his turn on Matt Taven a couple months ago, and I think it was in Pittsburgh, Vincent has definitely reigned wild in Ring of Honor. I mean, busting open his best friend's face with his axe and putting a V on his forehead with Matt Taven's blood. This Vincent has definitely changed in 2019, and the fact that this is his day. It's Friday the 13th, and the Horror King looking to reign supreme on his day. There's how you have Matt Taven looking to turn around a very up and down 2019. I mean, he was the Ring of Honor World Champion. He lost the title to Rush at Death Before Dishonor in September. He re-signed with Ring of Honor, and then the whole who was stalking Matt Taven, and it all culminated with his best friend, his brother Vincent, attacking him, busting him open, and really ending the friendship of two people that Matt Taven brought into Ring of Honor. Had him join his kingdom, became the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions 3 times. But the question is, really for me, is where is Matt Taven's head at? If you saw that Caprice Coleman interview on Ring of Honor's YouTube channel with Matt Taven, it's a different Matt Taven we're seeing. We're not seeing the whole I'm Matt Taven, I am him and he is I, you know, being the champion, the uncrowned Ring of Honor World Champion from years, the hoopla years. But this is a new Matt Taven. I'm very intrigued to what kind of Matt Taven we're going to see. Because, I mean, losing a best friend is hard. Losing a best friend that you brought into this company is even harder. But losing a best friend is like taking your heart out and just crushing it in your hands. And that's what Vincent did to Matt Taven's friendship. And Matt Taven's looking for some revenge, and he's looking to see why did Vincent do what he did. So coming from me in this personal singles one-on-one grudge match, My biggest question is, where does TK O'Ryan's loyalties lie? He was one of the guys that got attacked backstage that could have been Vincent, but we don't know where TK's head is at. We haven't seen TK since the concussion. He said on Twitter after the attack that him and Vincent were a business partnership, not a friendship. So I'm really excited. I'm really intrigued to see where TK's where's TK's loyalty going to lie? Is he going to lie with Matt Taven, or is he going to stick with TK O'Ryan? Coming from me, even though this is the Horror Kings Day, Friday the 13th, I'm going to go against the Friday the 13th curse and go with Matt Taven to defeat Vincent by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a Baltimore street fight. On one side, he is representing and he will be accompanied by his wife, Vicky. He is Overkill, Mark Haskins. And his opponent is Ring of Honor's resident bully, a multiple-time tag team champion with 4 different promotions. He is a WWE Hall of Famer. He is Bully Ray. Now, when it comes to street fights at Final Battle, they always deliver, and this one can definitely deliver in a good way. Now, starting off with Mark Haskins first, this is his chance to get some revenge. I mean, after being powerbombed over multiple times by Bully Ray at Honor Club shows and on Ring of Honor television, this is a matchup that he has to win, and he's definitely got to get some respect back because Vicky Haskins is going to be in his corner, his wife, and the big question is, can Mark Haskins keep his emotions in check? Yes, Bully Ray has powerbombed you multiple times, but you also got to keep your eye on your wife, Mark, with Vicky, because Bully Ray, throughout the years, has always put women through tables, and he almost did it to Flip Gordon's girlfriend last year. So, if Mark Haskins is smart, he will keep his woman right there and not get involved. Because if you get involved, you're just going to be part of Bully Ray's playground, and that's a street fight. But Mark Haskins can definitely get it done. There is how you have Bully Ray looking to, no pun intended, bully in this matchup over Mark Haskins. We still don't know why he is attacking Mark Haskins. We really don't know what Bully Ray booking-wise is in Ring of Honor in 2019. And he's looking to redeem himself. After last year's I Quit match against Flip Gordon, Bully Ray is looking to redeem himself and win in his type of matchup, a Baltimore street fight. So coming from me in this Baltimore street fight, this one's tough because I like Overkill Mark Haskins. And I like Vicky. But coming from me, knowing how Ring of Honor has booked Bully Ray in 2019, I wouldn't be surprised he gets a win here. So coming from me, I'm going to go with Bully Ray to defeat Overkill Mark Haskins by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a huge matchup for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. First, he is Ring of Honor's resident submission specialist. He is the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. And his partner is the former longest reigning 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion. He is indeed the Franchise. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Jay Lethal, and Gresham and Lethal are challenging the reigning and defending and unprecedented 11-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the best tag team in Ring of Honor's history, and they have been there since day one. And if you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. It's time to reach for the sky, boy. They are Mark J. the Briscoes. Now, for me and a lot of people, this could easily be the main event at Final Battle because this is a dream tag team championship showdown, and it can absolutely be a banger in 2019. Now, starting off with the team of Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal, this is a big opportunity for this team, a chance to hold the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships for the very first time. This matchup is definitely big for Jay Lethal because for somebody who has been the franchise of Ring of Honor, he has never had his name onto a Ring of Honor Tag Team title. So this matchup is definitely big and a chance for him to win the Triple Crown. This matchup is also big for Jonathan Gresham to win his first title in 2019, and with his new attitude combined with Jay Lethal's new heel turn, which I have been waiting for 3 years, this is quite possibly the Briscoes' toughest opponent for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, I think, in a couple years. So, and then on the other side, you have the Briscoes looking to continue their reign as the unprecedented 11-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They've been Tag Team Champions a combined over 1,100 days, and history at this event definitely favors them. Now, here's a dangerous fact. The Ring of Honor Tag Team titles have been defended 14 times at Final Battle. The titles have changed hands 7 times. Now, the last time the titles changed hands at Final Battle was, ironically enough, the Briscoes winning the tag team titles in Ladder War last year. And the last time a Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions retained at Final Battle, you got to go all the way back to 2017 with the Motor City Machine Guns. So the Briscoes are looking to continue their dominance in the Ring of Honor Tag Team division and retain their tag team titles. So coming from me in this huge matchup for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships that could easily main event this show, oh man, this one's tough because I love this team of Gresham and Lethal. I mean, have you seen Jonathan Gresham's new attire, like the octopus face, like something out of Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean? I love it. And I also love the Jay Lethal turn that I've been waiting for 3 years, because that's the reason I started watching Ring of Honor, was because of that 2016 Jay Lethal with the House of Truth, with Truth Martini and Taylor Hendricks, and being that badass heel with 2 belts and being the best first-generation athlete in history. But coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but I have to go with them boys, Mark and Jay, the Briscoes, to retain the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships by any means and defeat Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham in a banger. And now the main event. It is for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is representing Villain Enterprises, and he is 1/3 of the reigning Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions with Brody King and Marty Scurll. He is a former NWA Tag Team Champion, a multiple-time former WWF Tag Team Champion as well, a former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, and he's looking to finally realize his dream and become the oldest Ring of Honor World Champion. He is the French-Canadian Frankenstein, and a man who is indeed not human. He is PCO. And PCO is challenging the reigning and defending and the first ever Mexican-born Ring of Honor World Champion. He is the undefeated El Toro Blanco. He is Rush. Now, this could definitely be a David versus Goliath matchup and a big opportunity for PCO. Now, starting off with the perfectly created one. He became the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World title by winning the #1 Contenders Tournament all the way back in October, defeating the leader of Villain Enterprises, Marty Scurll, at Glory by Honor. And this is his second world title shot this year in 2019. His last opportunity was all the way back at War of the Worlds in Toronto, in his hometown, where he lost to Matt Taven. And that was the last loss PCO had in 2019 one-on-one. And PCO has run roughshod in Ring of Honor since then, and he is looking to finally become the Ring of Honor World Champion for the first time in his career. It's crazy to think that he's 50, I think he's over 50 plus years old, and he is the modern day, he is the Ring of Honor version of The Undertaker, because you can do anything to him. You can powerbomb him. You can powerbomb him on the turnbuckle. You can powerbomb him outside of the ring, and he just finds the way to get up, because this dude is not human, and he is looking to become the perfectly created one to win the Ring of Honor World Championship. There on the side, you have Rush looking to continue his reign as the Ring of Honor World Champion. He won the belt all the way back at Death Before Dishonor in September. He has had 2 title defenses against Silas Young and Jeff Cobb, and he's looking to continue his undefeated streak in Ring of Honor. And it's crazy to think that Rush has been here for over a year. He debuted the night after Final Battle last year, and he has been undefeated since. He is 18-0 in one-on-one matches in 2019, and history at this event definitely favors him. Now, here's a dangerous fact. The Ring of Honor World title has been defended 17 times at Final Battle. Champions here are 11, 4, and 1. Now, the last time the Ring of Honor World title changed hands at Final Battle, you got to go all the way back to 2017 when Kyle O'Reilly defeated then Ring of Honor World Champion Adam Cole. Baby. And the last Ring of Honor World Champion to retain his belt here was Jay Lethal last year. So history is on the side of Rush, and being undefeated also gives him a huge advantage. So coming from me, in this main event matchup for the Ring of Honor World Championship, it's the PCO Salt versus the Bull's Horns. Now, if PCO wants to win this matchup, he has got to take it to Rush early and make sure he doesn't get outside of the ring, because that's Rush territory being part of Los Ingobernables. Now, Rush's chances of winning, he has to hit Bull's Horn as quick as possible and as many times as he can, because it's going to take more than one to put down the perfectly created PCO. Coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but I have to go with El Toro Blanco Rush to remain undefeated and retain the Ring of Honor World Championship by any means and defeat PCO. And those are my Final Battle 2019 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you have winning at this year's Final Battle? Who do you see walking out as champions going into 2020? Who do you have winning between PCO and Rush? Who do you have winning between the Briscoes and Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham? Who do you have winning between Dragon Lee and Shane Taylor? Who do you have winning between Matt Taven and Vincent? Who do you have winning between Maria Manic and Angelina Love? Who do you have winning between Silas and Josh Woods and Dalton and Silas? Let me know in the comment section below all your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. And I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this final video for Ring of Honor in 2019. Again, thank you guys so very much for watching all of my Ring of Honor pay-per-view predictions on the channel this year. Again, it was a fantastic year, and we're going to continue it going into 2020. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later tonight for my Week 15 NFL predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.